Okay, so you are ready to get better, you are ready to feel better, and you are ready to learn about the 4 areas that can impact your immune health. So, number 1 is food. You guys, you need to feed yourselves better. You need to eat less sugar, you need to eat more vegetables, you need to eat more fruit, and you need to eat less crap. You have to start feeding yourself good if you want to feel good. And this comes down to you. It comes down to saying, I want to feel better. I want to have better health. I want to have better health for my family and for myself. So these choices are within your hands. So let's talk about a couple of ways you can do that, foods you can add, and then we're going to keep going and learning about which other areas that we can really impact our immune health. So citrus fruits are really great at boosting your immune system. They're very high in vitamin C, which helps the production of white blood cells. I wouldn't aim for perfection, but 90% of people aren't eating enough fruits. They're not eating enough vegetables. So eat as much as you can in the day. Have them out on your counter. Have them in your fridge where you can access them easily. I really love having green smoothies and green juices because it's a really great way to add in spinach or chard, even kale. It's really, really good and a really easy way to add in really good foods for you. 2 other additions that I really like is garlic and ginger. Those are great to add in when you're cooking. Red bell peppers are really high in vitamin C as well. So those are a couple of foods that you can add that actually help boost your immune system. I also recommend eating a diet low in inflammatory foods. So these foods are often conventional dairy, soy, processed soy, gluten, and other grains, and sometimes corn for some people. This lets your immune system concentrate on actually fighting off foreign invaders rather than concentrating on the inflammation in your digestive tract that it's causing. So this also in turn helps your digestive tract heal. It helps create a healthy microbiome with lots of good bacteria to help fight off the bad bacteria. It also lets your digestive tract heal and seal and recover from leaky gut. It's probably 75% of people suffer from leaky gut. And there's a lot of symptoms behind it, and that's a whole topic for another day. But by feeding your body foods, you can give it the raw materials to help fight off inflammation and bacteria and viruses, but then you're also helping to nourish your gut where much of your immune system resides. So it's almost like killing 2 birds with 1 stone when you're talking about nutrition. The next topic is stress management. Stress management is really important, like we talked about before. Stress is the number 1 root cause of all disease. Stress leads to inflammation, which leads to overactive immune systems, which leads to autoimmune diseases and cancer. And when your immune system is not functioning properly, it can't attack those cancer cells properly because everybody has cancer cells in their body. So you really want to have your immune system functioning at peak for this reason. So one method for reducing stress is avoiding conversations, people, and environments and situations which you know are a reliable resource for stress. Reducing your yeses and saying no a little bit more often if you know that's too much for you. Trimming your to-do lists, especially during the winter time and Christmas time, really focus on your family and focus on things that are actually important. It's important to address your stress load. So when we're talking about stress, we talk a lot about lifestyle, and there's a few things that you can do to really influence your stress. So you can stress manage by activities. You can stress manage by taking herb supplements that either help your body cope with stress or physically reduce your stress levels and anxiety levels. And you can also use essential oils, which also do both of that as well. So when we're talking about lifestyle and adding in things that help you reduce your inflammation and your stress load, I really love yoga for that reason. Not only is it a form of exercise, but it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is on when you're asleep and which is in control of healing. So you want to do things that add in those healing aspects. And I like If you've ever heard of grounding, which is walking barefoot in the grass, which is really amazing for you. It helps reduce your inflammation levels. Forest bathing, which is basically taking a walk in the forest, and you know how much nature influences your anxiety and stress levels. So that's a really good aspect too. Let's move on to herbs. Herbs are a really good way to help you manage your stress by either physically helping your body cope with stress, they're called adaptogenic herbs, or by boosting immune function. So there's a couple of adaptogenic herbs. Some are called ashwagandha, lemon balm, ginseng, holy basil, and I can never say this word, astragalus root. And there are also herbs to boost immune function. These are some of my favorites, especially in the wintertime. I make it often. I use elderberries. I'm going to post later my favorite recipe for making your own elderberry syrup for helping boost your immune system. It's very effective at fighting off colds and viruses. Echinacea, garlic and ginger, which I talked about earlier, licorice root, and calendula. Those are really, really good herbs that help actually boost your immune function. And there's another aspect of helping you deal with stress is essential oils. Essential oils work at a cellular, molecular level and on an emotional, psychological level. So physically, it can be used as an immune stimulant to prevent infection and to mitigate symptoms of infectious disease. And on an emotional level, it can help relieve stress, which then boosts your immune system. So some oils that help reduce your stress and work on an emotional level are oils like lemon and peppermint and wild orange and lavender. They're starting to use essential oils in hospitals to deal with patients with anxiety before operations, and they're starting to use them with nurses who go through a lot of stress at their jobs. So there's a lot of science backing essential oils now. And there's also essential oils that help actually boost your immune system or help to actually fight off the foreign invaders, like cinnamon and wild orange, melaleuca, and oregano. So those are my very favorites for essential oils and addressing lifestyle issues. And lifestyle is another aspect that you can really choose every day to say, I'm going to think positively today, and I'm going to do a little yoga today. These are things that are absolutely within your control. You can't always control like who's going to come in the grocery store and cough all over you, but you can control what you did earlier that day, what you ate earlier that day to say, to help boost your own immune system, to help fight off whatever they are fighting off. So the last one is exercise. And exercise is a really, really good way to stimulate your immune system, probably about 20 minutes every day. So it doesn't have to be a huge, intense workout. Actually, really hard, intense workouts every single day will do the opposite. So you want to do something, find your middle ground, find something that you love to do. I always advise to just find a way to move your body that you love. Exercise boosts your white blood cells, and it helps them move around better so they can get to the infection faster. It also lowers your hormones that are released as a result of stress, those cortisol hormones. Those are really hard on your body when they're on elevated levels. So I talked about your lymphatic system also earlier, and your lymphatic system is very similar to your cardiovascular system, but the main difference is that your lymph system has no pump. So the only way to get your lymph system flowing and moving and properly detoxifying is by exercising. It is the only way to properly drain your lymph system. So exercise is super important. So wrapping up, eat good, get more sleep, stress less, and exercise. And don't be afraid to incorporate new supplements or herbs or essential oils, even if you've never tried them. Don't take it all at once. Pick something that you're going to do better tomorrow, and then one thing after that. Like, I'm going to eat some apples tomorrow instead of my crackers, or I'm going to take a walk before work or after work, or I'm going to take the stairs. Just it's these everyday lifestyle choices that really impact your everyday wellness. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to do all of this all at once someday, because if you aren't doing it in the everyday, it's never going to get done. So I'm going to be sharing my favorite recipe for making elderberry syrup, a link to my favorite essential oils for immune boosting, and one more link to help you up-level your self-care routine. So I hope you've enjoyed this class and you can walk away with some new information to empower you and to increase your own wellness. And I hope you've enjoyed this content. Thanks for watching.